Greetings, YouTube visitors. What are you learning today that will help you better serve God? All right, today I want to talk to you a little bit about 5 topics that are really prominent in religion today. 5 hot topics. Let's just call them 5 hot topics, okay? These are topics that are being debated and written about in magazines and articles and so on, and in seminaries and Bible colleges all across the United States. And these have been going on for a long time. All right, so I'm just going to name some of these off. Sexual anthropology. Sexual anthropology. What's that exactly? Well, that means, can women be pastors today? What is the role of women in the church? Because a lot of churches, of course, have women pastors. This is a trend we've been seeing over the last, 50, 60 years, perhaps 70. At one time, women were not pastors, but now they are. So is this right? Is this biblical? Is this according to God's truth and God's will? Homosexuality. Is this something that God condemns? Is this something that's timeless and something that is for all ages? Can a practicing homosexual be a Christian? That goes along with the same idea. So we live in a day and age where homosexuality is becoming increasingly acceptable. What should the church's role be with respect to homosexuals? Can a homosexual be a Christian? All right, third, to get this right, cultural ecclesiology. Should the church involve modern music? Are we to be seeker sensitive? I think Rick Warren wrote a book. He's popular for his seeker-friendly church. So should we be seeker-friendly? Should Sunday mornings be focused on believers or unbelievers? All right. Now, I'm not going to get in depth in anything. I'm just listing these off. I'm not going to tell you where I stand on these particular issues at this time. I want you to start thinking about these issues, though. Okay? Charismatic gifts. Is there a separate category for gifts called spiritual gifts or supernatural gifts? And can these be broken down into temporary gifts and permanent gifts? For example, where do you stand on speaking in tongues, interpretation of tongues, healings and miracles? Some Christians believe they're still for today. Others believe they're temporary. This is called cessationism. A cessationist, I believe that's how you pronounce it. A cessationist is somebody who believes that these gifts, like tongues and miracles and healings, supernatural healings, have ceased, that they're only part of the early church. They no longer exist today. Where do you stand on that? This is a hot topic for today. Did I cover all 5 there? Let's see, that's 4, I think. One more. The creation-evolution debate. Did God create the earth in 6 literal days? Did God use evolution to create the world? Oh, and is the earth young or old? That's another good question. Is the earth young or old? Some people believe it's millions of years old. Others believe that's perhaps 10 to 20,000 years old. I'm sure people like Ken Ham and the late Henry Morris, people like this, had their viewpoints. Dr. Ham is still alive. I'm not sure where he stands on this particular issue. I can list some more, actually. Let me just get into a few more real quick. Eschatology. Is the millennium future or now? So we're going to extend this to 10. We're going to call it the 10 hot topics for today. Is the millennium future or is it now? Is the tribulation future or is it now? Is there a secret rapture? Is the rapture and the second coming the same? Is the rapture or the second coming going to take place before, during, or after the tribulation? 7. Calvinism versus Arminianism. Do we have a free will? Do we have a free will? Is our election conditional or unconditional? For whom did Christ die? Well, yeah, that's part of the Calvinism debate. I was going to say we could include that in the doctrine of the atonement, but let's just put it in the Calvinism-Arminian debate. TULIP, as you recall, is part of the 5 points of Calvinism. TULIP: total depravity, unconditional election, limited atonement, irresistible grace, and perseverance of the saints. Those are the points that are being debated today. Are these biblical, or are they not biblical? Are all men, or did Christ die for all men, or did he only die for the elect? All right, that's the question. And finally, I think I listed it all. Roman Catholics. Can Roman Catholics be saved? I remember growing up, I didn't think that Roman Catholics were saved. I was taught that in my Baptist church. So we'd go knocking on doors and they would tell us that they were Roman Catholic. And I guess he was a deacon at the time, Mr. Luciani, he would tell me, oh, they're Roman Catholics. They believe in works salvation only. And so I was just taught that they are not saved at all. So, and I don't believe that now, because I believe that you can be in a lot of error and still be saved, okay? Nobody's perfect in their understanding of the Bible and theology. Oh yes, the doctrine of hell. Does it really exist? Is there a literal hell? If there is, well, or is it fire? Is it darkness? Or is it eternal separation from God? Finally, 10. Should pastors give political sermons? Should they be allowed to endorse political candidates? Should they petition for a particular political cause? Some churches are pretty political, others are not, because of their 501c3 status. Okay, these are the things I want you to think about. I'm going to make this video fairly short. It's about 8 minutes today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. We'll be talking about these matters, these hot topics in the future. All right? Do some research on them. Post some comments. Until we meet again, may the Lord richly bless you. Have a great day.